getting to the quarterback. So these are our picks. This is what we're doing here. You can see that we're all on the Ravens. We think the Ravens get a big win against the Titans. And you know what? Okay, I'm going to go to Ryan in a second, but Marcus is shaking his head because when we all pick the same team on this show, the team loses. So anyway, I'm sorry, Ravens, if we've cursed you. It's just ridiculous. I can't believe it. Anyway, we don't discuss our picks before the show. Ryan, let's talk about this game, though, for these two teams. How important is it for them to get back on track?
I mean, this game is extremely important. These are two teams that had a distinct identity last year and coming into the season, and they've forgotten about that. They feel fat. They feel happy. I mean, I felt like these teams, had lemonade in the shade with their feet up. I mean, probably eating lemon pepper wings in a freeze cup. Shout out to Gucci. And that's how these teams were playing. They made sure and they got away from what they are. They got away from power football offensively, play action game. They got away from playing good defense. And they have to figure those things out. There was no way you could have told me at the beginning of the season that these two teams would be playing after midseason and it wouldn't matter and I wouldn't care. And it wouldn't be to see who was going to be at the top of the AFC challenging the Kansas City Chiefs. But that's where these two teams has fallen. And so this week is extremely important, not only because they need W's, but because they need to figure out who they are in 2020 and if they can advance being that team in the playoffs this year.
Els, listen, this is one of the Ryan hit the point. Like he took a lot of the what the reality is. Like two teams searching for themselves because look, no, that's fire. It's fire. I mean, we think alike sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. But here's the bottom line, right? You think about the Baltimore Ravens and what their expectations were. This was a team we thought would challenge the Kansas City Chiefs. We thought would be right there in the conversation at the end of the year, and they have seemed to not understand who they are or who they're built to be. And this evolution of the passing game that I've been screaming about, forget all of that. Like the Ravens need to make sure that they at least go into this game with a plan to do what they do. And then vice versa, because what I think is the most important thing and huge is that Calais Campbell and Brandon Williams is not going to play in this game. And the last outing we saw the Baltimore Ravens in, the New England Patriots and Damian Harris ran through them. And last year when we saw these two teams play, Derrick Henry went crazy for 190-some-odd yards on the ground. So will the Ravens defense to be on schedule, to have Ryan Tannehill comfortable, to have us talking about Derrick Henry on big man balling again next week?
I'm going to end this love fest because